Hey there YouTube, this is Jesse with PermoFit. Hello. I just wanted to make a video. I'm going to show, I'm kind of experimenting with a diet or a lifestyle, dietary lifestyle, I guess you'd call it, of, it's called like the 80-10-10. Basically it's like 80% carbs, mostly from fruit and vegetables, 10% protein, and 10% fat. This is what I'm going to do. I got a new, this is my old blender, and I got a new pitcher for it. I'm going to use an ice crushing blade, which is like this guy here for chopping and stuff. I have another one here which is like for milkshakes and daiquiris and things of that nature, but it doesn't do much unless the stuff's already chopped up. So I'm going to take this guy here and just screw it on, and this is my old one. Okay, my old one here, it's not even clear anymore. It used to be clear plastic and stuff, and I had a chip in the bottom, if you can see that right there. And what would happen is as the blade spun around and blended, essentially act like a pump, and it pumped fluid or whatever I had out this crack and just made a horrible mess. So this guy is pretty much going away. So for this guy here, I'm going to take an apple. I believe this is a Gala apple. I'm going to take an orange. This is, I don't even remember the kind, but they're good, really good, and they actually have a red tone to the inside. And probably 4 ripe bananas. Okay. And I'm also going to throw in some ice. Now I'm going to throw in some ice first. It'll melt a little bit as well as get chopped, and it'll act as liquid. Apple, I'm just going to rinse it off, cut it up. See if you can, you know, they never say cut towards you, but that's where all your leverage is. So I'm just going to cut this into a little bit smaller chunks. That's good. Now this guy here is glass, or it's some sort of like special high strength glass that they use for blenders. I've never used it before. I've never used a round one before. All my blenders have been square. So I'm kind of curious how this guy is going to turn out. Don't waste food. All the little stuff you don't cut off, you can eat that. It's yummy. Alright. Next I'm going to do the bananas because they're soft. And the orange last. It's liquid. Alright. Now these are ripe. The nutrient content in bananas changes as they get riper. So they're basically just better for you. Now there's a difference between ripe and bruised. When they're ripening, they start getting the spots. When they're bruised, it's a giant smush. And if you get them when they're green, you let them sit around till you just see this, start seeing the spots and stuff. You don't have to worry about getting really nasty mushed ones. You slit just a little bit right here, and it makes them easier to peel. You can use if your hands are clean, you can use your fingernail and stuff too, instead of a knife. But you can, never go wrong with having a knife with you. So, I'm sure this is boring just watching me peel bananas, put them in the blender, but just a quick video. I'm going to edit it and shave a little bit of the time off. Let's see. Okay. Now there's no room for an orange. So I'm going to blend this up a bit and shake it. There. Now you can see the ice is kind of crushed up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of water. It's like if you blend a bunch of apples, just pure apples, you get applesauce. You blend a bunch of bananas, you get banana puree. And it's essentially just really thick. You add a little bit of water to it, makes it a little bit more drinkable. If you can drink the thick stuff, hey, more power to you. Alright, so now there's room for orange. Go and push this stuff down a little bit, cut it up. Out of the way so you can kind of see it. Just the rind. I'm not really a big fan of eating that. I have, but center. See, I don't even see the texture on this guy and stuff, but it is good. And it's not a blood orange. It's not that red, but it's good. So and you just work your thumb in there like that. Plop. Done. Done. And come off pretty good. And peel a little bit of that center out. Tons of flavor. And if you're not a big fan of fruit and vegetables, it's one of those things, it's like a gateway drug. You find one thing that interests you, and you exploit the heck out of that. You just got to find one thing. But the more you eat them, the more of a connoisseur you can become if you choose. Alright, that is some good looking stuff. Delish. Enjoy.